Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the processional.
Please be seated. Before we begin, please silence your cell phones out of respect for the ceremony. Welcome to the 2025 Jonsson School Commencement Ceremony. My name is Chris Botti, and I have the wonderful privilege of serving as Assistant Vice President and Associate Dean of External Relations, and I want to give you all a big welcome to today's celebration. It is now my great honor to introduce your Dean, Dr. Stephanie G. Adams. Dean Adams is the 5th Dean of the Erik Jonsson School of Engineering and Computer Science and holder of the Lars Magnus Eriksson Chair at UT Dallas. Dean Adams, also a professor of systems engineering, is a leader in team effectiveness and quality control and management, as well as faculty and graduate student development. Please join me in welcoming Dean Adams.
Thank you, Chris. Good afternoon. You guys are worse than the students on the first day of class. We've been here since 8 o'clock, so we need your energy. So let's try that again. Good afternoon. There you go. This is a great day. Parents, grandparents, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, yes, yell, mentors, professors, and our staff. Welcome. Welcome, welcome to the campus of the University of Texas at Dallas. And to those watching online from across the world, we welcome you as well. Before I give a few brief remarks, I have the privilege of introducing colleagues that are participating in today's ceremony. I ask them to stand and remain standing, and I ask the audience to please hold your applause until all introductions are complete. Now, I've got 2 groups to introduce. One, I'm going to tell you their name and their titles. And the other, I'm just going to read their names, but they're going to stand up as I do so, and those are going to be our faculty members that are here. So first and foremost, Dr. Porus Balsara, Vice Dean, Dr. Joshua Summers, Interim Associate Dean for Undergraduate Education, Mr. Chris Botti, Associate Dean for External Relations, Dr. Ovidio Diascu, Department Head of Computer Science, Dr. Niraj Mittal, Associate Department Head of Computer Science, Dr. Kamal Sarak, Associate Department Head of Computer Science, and our other faculty that are participating today, Dr. Simeon Dafos, Dr. Jay Verzami, Dr. Priya Narayana Sami, Dr. Erik Becker, Dr. Chris Davis, Dr. Jiddy Karami, and last but not least, Dr. Cameron Khan. And now you may applaud. And not that we're competing or anything. Oh, you guys can all sit down, I'm sorry. Not that we're competing or anything, but this audience did the best job of refraining from applauding until everybody got done. That should not surprise me because you're all related to our computer science students, which are often our best and brightest. Now, as you know, we've gathered for graduation, which we call a momentous occasion to celebrate our students. But let me tell you something about the Jonsson School. We have nearly 9,000 students. Computer science is about 65% of the 9,000 students. This is our biggest department in the school. This May, 1,265 students are graduating, 833 students who earned bachelor's degrees, 387 students received master's degrees. They're not even here now because we were so big, we had to have 3 ceremonies. And our 45 students who earned doctoral degrees, and they were also in the prior ceremony. Friends and family, this year in the Jonsson School, we focused on the theme creativity. I would like to reiterate for our friends and family here, don't believe for 1 minute the stereotype that engineers and computer science are a bunch of nerds with limited capacity for creativity. On the contrary, our fields are highly creative, and many of us call ourselves artists, musicians, poets, and actors. Department Head Professor Bhatia from Electrical Engineering loves photography, as do I, and he and I celebrated the once-in-a-lifetime solar eclipse last year on top of the parking deck. Dr. Balsara here paints. Professor Pearson plays the trombone. Professor Khan likes to sing, though I've never heard him, but he tells me he's pretty good. I don't think we'll give him a shot today, though. This is not American Idol, after all. I'm sure there are others among us who enjoy creative expression. In my experience, you will need to keep 3 things in mind to build your creativity: habits, flexibility, and support. While creativity may come across as spontaneous, we innovate best through habit. When I think about the many goals I want to reach, I remember that my habits and my day-to-day discipline provide the framework needed to be creative. We humans need to have enough sleep, good food to eat, and sunlight. We're like plants in that way. If we create the right environment and the right conditions, then creativity will sprout. Secondly, we need flexibility of thought. If we are rigid in our thinking, that may mean that we're not considering new perspectives, or we need to expand our circles. Through domestic and international travel, I've achieved more flexibility by exposing myself to different cultures and ways of thinking. Some of you exercise flexibility by taking the leap and traveling to the United States from your home countries or rural Texas or another state to the DFW Metroplex to earn your degrees. I encourage you to continue to move past your comfort zone to encounter new ideas and cultures, because much of our creativity involves synthesizing what already exists into something new. In engineering and computer science, we think about a concept that I've considered throughout my career: wicked problems. While some problems are straightforward and have a single mathematical solution, the most important problems we or you will solve throughout our lives or your lives often do not have a clean, easy one. Flexibility allows us to consider alternative solutions so that we can ultimately reach the best decision for problems facing us, from energy sustainability to societal issues like persistence, poverty and hunger, and cybersecurity. Finally, we need support. Creativity does not exist in a vacuum. We need to connect with other creative people for inspiration and for support when times get tough. Joining a book club or displaying your art at a gallery or participating in a professional conference are all ways to build a sense of belonging and shared purpose with others who share your interest. Also, working as a team enhances your creativity. Combining your skills and insights with others' skills and insights, you can surpass what you would have been able to accomplish on your own. I would like to conclude with a quote from Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, a psychologist who studied flow, or the state where we are immersed in a creative activity. Optimal experience is something we make happen. For a child, it could be placing with trembling fingers the last block on a tower she has built, higher than any she's built thus far. For a swimmer, it could be trying to beat his or her own record. For a violinist, mastering an intricate musical passage. For each person, there are thousands of opportunities and challenges to expand ourselves. I wish you the best in your future endeavors, and I hope that today is just the beginning of a life filled with thousands of opportunities to expand yourselves through creativity. Congratulations to all. Thank you. And it is now my pleasure to welcome to the stage Dr. Joshua Summers, Interim Associate Dean for Undergraduate Education from the Erik Jonsson School of Engineering and Computer Science, to introduce today's student speaker.
Thank you. Our speaker today is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, accompanied by a certification in Data Science. As a member of the esteemed Collegium 5 honors program, she has consistently demonstrated academic excellence, earning a place on the Dean's List and receiving both academic success and competitive scholarships. Beyond her academic achievements, she has served as a UTD student ambassador and helped guide new students through the Freshman Mentor Program. Her involvement extends to organizations such as SWE, Society of Women Engineers, Rewriting the Code, Women Who Compute, and Breakthrough Tech AI, where she has advocated for greater representation and inclusion in the tech industry. Professionally, she brings valuable experience from her roles as a software engineering intern at Discover Financial Services and as a back-end developer at the startup Rutora. She has collaborated with Google engineers to build a machine learning model predicting YouTube video Should have read this before. And competed in a national AI challenge focused on promoting equity in dermatological diagnostics. Her commitment to continuous growth is evident through certifications from institutions like Cornell Tech and UT Dallas. Following graduation, she aspires to pursue a career in artificial intelligence and machine learning, driven by a passion for ethical innovation and building technology that makes a difference. Please welcome your classmate, Shivani Elitum.
Good afternoon, class of 2025. I'm Shivani Leedham, and today we're here to close another chapter of our lives. College has been a mix of struggles and unforgettable memories. I'm sure many of us have pulled all-nighters, submitted assignments at 11:59 p.m., and still did it all over again. We've all had our fair share of group projects where one person inevitably did all the work. And no matter how much effort we put into a hackathon, there was always that one team that somehow did better. Just kidding. But looking back, these moments, the stress, the exhaustion, and even the failures will soon become some of our favorite memories. When we first arrived at college, many of us had big expectations, maybe inspired by movies, thinking it would all be fun, friendships, and success. But what was the reality? It's a whole different experience. I know this because at first I didn't have many friends. I used to sit under the stairs in the science building, watching people walk by, laughing with their friends, and wondering if I'd ever have that. Eventually, those days did come, whether it was meeting people through organizations, having a simple conversation with a stranger, or even unexpected friendships over Discord. Little did I know that these people would have a lasting impact on my life. And as we set off on our new journeys, don't forget, the friends we made here, the ones who were with us through it all, are only a phone call away. The paths we take may be different, but the bond we share will always remain. Reflecting on the friendships I've made these past years, one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that everyone's path is different. Life isn't always fair, and we don't all start from the same place. But giving up on yourself because of that only makes things harder. And trust me, no one really knows what they're doing. What works for one person may not work for you, and that's okay. Their success doesn't mean that your path is any less valuable. Instead of worrying about whether you're on the right path, let's instead focus on making the most of the one that we are on. And if you ever find yourself at your lowest, remember, things can only get better from here. People don't realize how much things can change in just 1 year. But as Jim Rohn said, if you want things to be better, you have to be better. If you want things to change, you have to change. Success doesn't just happen, you have to put in the effort. Try a million things if you need to. Sometimes all it takes is one person's mistake, opportunity to get you hired. That being said, I also want to remind you, quitting is okay too. If something is draining your happiness and health, stepping away isn't failure, it's self-care. At the end of the day, your journey is yours, so do what's right for you, and it would lead you to where you're meant to be. If someone had told me 4 years ago that I'd be standing here giving this speech, I would have laughed. As someone who struggled with class presentations, the idea of speaking in front of all of you seemed like a nightmare. So why am I here? Like Jim Rohn said, if you want things to be better, you have to put yourself in situations that make you better. And here I am, stepping outside my comfort zone and seizing an opportunity. Just know, if you're good enough to be selected for something, like I was for this speech, then you deserve to be there. So let's put our self-doubts aside and lead like it was meant for us. And even though I'm standing here, incredibly anxious, I'm doing it anyway. At the end of the day, we shouldn't have any regrets or what-ifs. So whatever it is, do it scared, do it unsure, do it exhausted, but most importantly, do it anyway. Thank you. I now invite back to the podium Dr. Joshua Summers, Interim Associate Dean for Undergraduate Education. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations to all of our graduating students. You should be all extremely proud of your accomplishments. I would like to offer a special recognition to those students who graduate with honors. If you graduate with service honors, Latin honors, Collegium 5, or are a member of Phi Kappa Phi or Tau Beta Pi, please stand as you are able. Why can't you guys do that in class? Never listen to me. All right. It is now my honor to certify the candidates for undergraduate degrees. Will all candidates who will receive the bachelor's degree please rise if able and remain standing? Dean Adams, on behalf of the faculty, I certify to you that those candidates who have completed all of their academic requirements are entitled to receive their respective degrees. Candidates, please be seated. I turn the podium back to Dean Adams for the formal recognition of degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Summers. Before I do the official recognition, Shivani, where's your family? Where's her, stand up. Stand up. If you're with her, stand up. Shivani, I'm sure your family is proud as they've traveled all the way from India to be with you here today, and what wisdom you imparted to your classmates. Kudos to you for stepping out of your comfort zone to share your words. And I want to really reiterate something that she said. As someone who's about to turn 60, I can tell you this is really true. What she said was, I also want to remind you, quitting is okay too. If something is draining your happiness and health, stepping away isn't failure, it's self-care. To come from someone so young, what profoundness you share with your classmates. And I hope you guys take that with you, because I've been in those situations many times. So kudos to you and kudos to the family. And now, by virtue of the authority vested by law in the Board of Regents of the University of Texas System, I confer upon each of you the respective academic degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations appertaining thereunto, and I offer my sincere congratulations. It is my privilege to congratulate and formally recognize the graduating class of 2025 for the Erik Jonsson School of Engineering and Computer Science. I now invite all graduates to cross the stage. Audience, please listen carefully for your graduate's name as they cross the stage by degree and not in alphabetical order.
Now presenting your student speaker, Shivani Elitem. Graduates receiving a baccalaureate degree, please come forward as your name is called. Vanessa Alvarez. Ahmad Jamil Altene. Muhammad Akif Ali. Harry Tran. Nahom Goitam Abraham. Nicholas Suri Huang. Reza Tabrizi. Yara Adnan Abdulhadi. Sophia Trevino. Atash Ahmedi, Yamin Munaf Ahmed, Ayush Acharya, Zaid Jamal Abu Kadir, Ibrahim Abdul Rahman, Awab Mohammed Abdel Rahim, Luke Bailey, Sudarsan Balaji, Alvin Anto, Johnny Ann, Ermina Ashraf, Rita Zamir, Hafsa Asude Alaparmak, Charlie Yvonne Alpert, Iman Alfatlawi, Marley Anderson, Zain Ali, Kenneth Antilla,
Vishal Kundinya.
Aravinda Swami Ananda Kumar, Stepan Antonyuk, Matthew Christian Beery, Manasa Aragula, Hilary Suksavan Wong, Kenneth Vo, Asen Gul Awao, Daniel Ahmed Baig, Martin Arriaga Alejos, Matthew Ryan Schofield, Nihan Fi Ataluri, Anusha Bajracharya, Unesa Aslam, Shrujana Ayagari, Sunaina Ayagari, Anthony Vu, Riley Christopher Bagwell, Lauren Ann Te Nicholas, Sneha Bista, Manya Bondada, Aluwadera Grace Morakanyaw, Zilpong Yu, Buen Satya Yaramseti, Nicolas Bastos Mahias,
Stephanie Lee.
Sahaj Biani, Alec Camilo Betancourt, Purna Bharani Kumar, Kahali Bakalu, Shiv Bhavsar, Rishikeshan Bharathi, Asia Banyu Bayasan, Lucas Andrew Bynum, Evelyn Rose Branco, Agostia Bose, Kai E. Patrick Castellanos, Joseph Jitten Bolduk, Elizabeth Miranda Kadungog, Sophia Elena O'Malley, Isha Kumar, Sai Nithu Bonagiri, Aishwarya Sudarshan, Anjana Bharadwaj, Erica Jacqueline Mee, Avanthi Apal Reddy, Grace Y. Yang, Ivan Yao, Taylor Liam Trong Chung, Jonathan Saran Chekalea, Tatvik Reddy Shavuru, Paul Chaparro Valenzuela, Luis Castillo, George Lucas Contreras, Abi Boma, Sneha Elangovan, Atharva Biani, David Elia Bruner, Dishant Paresh Bhai Borda, Asher Prakash Boledu, Jarrett Case, Alexandria Ashley Bowman,
Kyle Logan Buchanan.
Abel George Thomas, Manasi Vipat, Tanvi Ajit Deshpande, Saipravalika Akula, Sophie Tran, Kamran Hakim George, Aditya Chintala, Christopher Daniel Contreras, Joshua Alexander Manoj Chaco, Jae Hayon Lee, Nathaniel Murray Christie, Hannah Catherine Sweeney, Izindi Sela, V.D. Patel, Samuel Jianing Chin, Sid Mamen, Corey Austin Ray, Joshua Joel Davis, Reese Tyler Blatt, Udit Briyesh Talam, Om Prashant Dalvi, Mahir Sheikh, Arsh Hemant Thakur, Sweetie Tiwari, Mahia Ghani Chowdhury, Christopher Ryan Hinolan, Supapo, Kirsten Ryan Enriquez Cagolada, Kevin Koa Lay, Kshitiz Kalshrestha, Shazwat Kumar, Jay Wan Choi, Arav Dev, Ashish Das, Adrian Cortez, Fernando de Salvidea, Ali Dakwar, Jonathan Daniel, Jason Dang, Andrew Robert Daunt, Fong Ji Dao, Nathan Aaron Crawford, Syed Jabran Shah, Mason Tyler Doherty, and Keet Reddy Shanampudi, Zachary Tian, Michael Duval, Peyton Young, Ethan James Ferneyhow, Oghenatega Justin Ekpruke, Grant Edward Fernwalt, Iya El Khaled, Aziz Fares Frage, Tassin Rahman, Joel Jacob Varghese, Shalom Michael, Anish Dasti,
Ethan Joshua Emmanuel.
Yash Bardhan, Pranith Sai Achanta, Charlene Shrestha, Mason Allen Godwin, Annette Yanas, Mark Logan Fryant, Kirthi Durairaj, Rehma Uzair, Manasvini Garijipati, Elizaveta Filonova, Zachary Kyle Valentine, Abhinav Reddy Soma, Andrei Joshua Bunyo Favorito, Satya Suhas Dudapudi, Alan Francis, Trent Leland Turner, Viet Quay Vu, Sanjeet Verma, Wei Yuen Liu, Andre Michael Tudor, Griffin Tam, Lakshmi Ganapaneni, Jaden Yolanda Turner, Marco David Frescas Villa, Taylor E. Givens, Anjali Singh, Caleb Andrew Garrett, Jonah Getz, Tanmay Goyal, Stephen George, Beeben George, Ayoel Gabramisco, Morgan Scott Smith, Gabriel Isaiah Gorham Puente, Prisha Gupta, Sayed Kian Hakim, Akif Yorulmas, Ario Gonsalves, William Robert Whitney IV, Vinay Verma, JC Rochelle Grossman, Amina Sayeda Huck, Pritika Somarapu, Haley Xiaomin Reich, Jaden Timothy Ong, Connor Wang, Rushik Guduru, Akshara Ganapathy, Emily Gail Hernandez, Tien Song Hong, Jackson Edward Hoggard, Deontay Dwayne Hewell, Angelo Hu, Preston Lane Hearn, Nuria Berhan Habib, Reem Hassan Mahmood, Ethan Liu Sun, Yosep Ha, Max Zeng, Dan Prumanov, Nikita Borisov, Harshavardhan Gundavelli, Emery Jackson Grubbs, Surya Narayanan Solayapan, Neha Kandula, Shruti Karthikeyan, Samya Kapoor, Ryan Benoit Joseph, Rohan Jakal, Pragnasri Velanki, Rabia Amjad Jafari, Saidarsh Tukadi, Michael Dietrich Helmet, Farhan Jamil, Shoaib Huck, Aiden Turgut, Tyler Gordon Hill, Chisain Alexander Dixon Tan, Syed Hamad Ahmed, Mahian Abra Rahman, Hamza Khan. Daniel Hussein Kashev. Cameron Kelly. Arham Khan. Kaichun Yang. Falgun Ashrit Kasu. John Adam Casson IV. John Michael Kasperbauer II. Kennedy Chibuanam Keke. Vaishnavi Karagupi. Armita Katarapu. Nandini Kanzel. Vijay Karthikeya Raja. Abine Lavu. Lawson Lay. Emma Lee. Cassandra Nicole Lozon. Gabrielle Mary Kuruvilla. Eugen Lee. Jefferson Taeksung Kim II. Arjun Kumar. Zachary Hunter King. Ege Burke Konya. Raymond Klar. Kevin Alexander Kelly. Hun Tae Kim. Guo Guo. Mulham Ahmed. Jun Chen Liu. Dok Young Lee. Sharv Ashutosh Otpat. Ashish Gajola. Roberto Martinez. Jaden Levesque. Justin Jian Liu. Hepzibah Sujo. Jasmine Mathers. Nubia Mata. Isaiah Shad. Julian Martinez. Suraj Rajesh Matasheri. Subhash Madiraju. Benjamin Lee. Manoy Manivanan. Garrett Lane McGinn. Adam Mondragon. Vivek Madarapu. Suryana Rayana Reddy Maladi. Bradley Charles Mixon. Benjamin Alejandro Mejia Diaz. Adam Rayan Moffett. Stephen Anand Madela. Rishika Mitra. Saurabh Mittal. Ahmad Irfan Bajwa. Daniel Alexander Vayman. Avani Merotra. Nived Koya. Quintin Truck Mitchell Reyes. Nayeli Mieri Concha. Jakin Sebastian Minyard. Fawn Antran. Marzia Memon. David Mengala. Ethan Scott Venner. Janzeb Nasir Bastaki. Suvel Sunilnath. Vedansh Vedyanathan. Pranay Yedluri.
Aryan Mehta.
Brady Austin Thomas. Shishir Santosh Moore. Vishnu Sudhir Nair, Parisa Nawar, Adrian Munoz, Brian Muniz, Daniel Munoz, Gauri Nanda, Siddhartha Reddy Mullah, Hamza Khawaja, Nahyan Ali Munawar, Srinaketh Mukundan, Mattia Lino Morin, Ansh Praveen Naikele, Datni V. Wynn, Jaden Anthony Wynn, Tony Tai Tran, Sharoon Niker, Viraj Veeramachaneni, Lokesh Narasani, Evan No, Dustin Hugh Wynn, Rohit Truesdale, Con Van, Brian Wynn, Ken Hu Nguyen, Jakanjir Nematov, Hugh Wynn, Anirudh Nemani, Anne Huang Nak Win, Grishma Narella, Keem Nuk Win, Allison Bao Niu Win, Michelle Chanmin Sang, Daniel Nguyen, Arush Negi, Jackson Reed Wilson, Cynthien Velmurugan, Alexandra Ontiveros, Abdul Azim Boluatife Opakunle, Charles Weiwu, Ines Ozturk, Nate Kwang Nguyen, Toluanimi Gladys Ololade, Kennedy Anya, Tommy Wynn, Kwak Khan Wynn, Lada Ning, Arif Nazami, Richie Wynn, V. Fong Wynn, Simon Park, Arihant Srinivasa,
Ariel Ong,
Brennan Peace, Gaurav Pandey, Sanved Palati, Krunal Hasmukbhai Patel, Jiwoo Park, Suha Tariq, Natalie Beatrice Pettigo, Waidehi Mahesh Patil, Ishan Patel, Mir Divyash Patel, Sivan Harris Pearson, Tony Vo, Anika Ratna Paruchuri, Danish Omar Mohammed, Kevin Wang, Authencia Tioanda, Erik Wang, Olumuyiwa Olusoji Babatunde Danielle Akinyode Jr., Abiola Olamide Olalade, Ahimsa Yukta, Kevin Paul, Andrew Fan, Duke Tong Tran, Kieran Austin Vale, Gerardo Rios Villosana,
John Thomas.
Amanit Singh Sidhu, Alonzo Toji, Anurag Pavan Srivatsa, Anish Sivakumar, Sahas Sharma, Devan Selvaraj, Dong Yun Shin, Sonal Sinha, Andri Singh, Joanna Yang, Judy Yang, Sriram Sendhol, Saul Jonas Tesfa Gabriel, Connor Kenneth Scally, Yokta Shri,
Matthew Christopher Maxwell.
Omar Siddiqui, Tan Than Trong Vo, Calvin Ricardo Stone, Aman Rao Verma, Zhao Tongjiang, Hayden Matthew Rogers, Eduardo Antonio Zamora Pisano, David Christopher Sidak, Abraham Rockford, Giller Rogers, Aditya Senyal, Mauricio Rodriguez Rios, Shri Sawan Ruparel, Conan Shi, Rithik Sarapella, Gabriela Salazar Mejia, Davy Lawrence Romine, Jean Edward Rosalo II, Azaria Beth Rubenstein, Jonathan Vo Rigby, Victoria Wren, Amir Sabri, Ileana Rodriguez Huerta, Joshua Reyes Cruz, Abhiram B. Reddy, Gabriel Rodriguez, Anthony Tran,
Guidarian Petrus Rabord.
Benjamin Tennyson, Donovan Miles Rogers, Zebedee Ugochukwu Uyanwune, Kylie Rose Quinney, Luke Byron Ravston, Maz Raza, Sudin Rajbanshi, Nafiz Rahman, Anurag Sashikant Rao, Sean Gregory Purnell, Dhanush Ramkumar, Vikram Rohit Ramachandra, Dagmawit Tibebu Zamedkun, Sumaya Rotman, Kevin Puga Lopez, Swetha Ranga, Ariel Roslain Wan Ting Yong, Hari Prasath Ramalingam, Aryan Punjabi, Nikita Ramachandran, Kushika Bonsal, Akash Potla, Shivani Mukeshbai Zala, Shreya S. Ram, Austin Ray Polk, Akhil Varma Penmetsa, Uday Vasapali, Erik E. Wong Corral, Carlo Pizzuto, Gianpieri Peppa, Arjun Amar Prabhune, Joshua Paul Perea, Griffin David Perlow, Brian No Pham, Ji Min Yoon, Syed Arsal Hussain, Solomon Pierce, Isabella Afonso Pereira, Allison Joanne Phillips, Harper Wood, Casey K. Yee, Viet Vu, Saltida Pilavan, Kim An Pham, Hafusat Motunrola Usman, Akshan Singh, Celine Dene Hernandez, Madison Elizabeth Hockstad, Dylan Hua, Guinevere Fjorn Hoover, Demboba Musa Hebo, Isaac Subhan Hassan, Daniel Christopher Iha, Ahad Kamal, Jesse Aaron Jones, Timeo Ilion Enyong, Henry Steele Jones, Shireen Iqbal, Sawyer Riley Kemen, Leah Elizabeth Joshua, Alec Daniel Ibarra, Rahul Karthik, Faris Altaf Kazi, Fatima Khalid, Muhammad Khan, Justin Konkam, Gwangmo Kim, Caleb Kim, Hadi Khaldi, Ibrahim Han, Afan Ahmed Khan, Hyun Kim, Anna Sue Min Kong, Shreya Krishnan, Min Sok Kim, Ashutosh Krishnan, Caleb William Krause, Harsha Kota, Daniel Joseph Kerfman, Aditya Kulkarni, Matthew Lee, Sean Lawrence, Marshall Liu, Kevin Lin, Augustus Charles Lindell, Jacob Elijah Lopez, Kay Lewis, Gavin Jetson Lee, Jocelyn Ting Liu, Maximilian David Lichter, Ruolan Liu, This concludes the presentation of degrees.
Wow. There were a lot of you. We thought we would still be calling names. And poor Professor Diescu had to shake every one of your hands. Let's give him a round of applause. Congratulations to one and all. I would like to thank the university staff and the Jonsson School staff who executed commencement ceremonies today, and express my appreciation to the faculty and administrators who also gave of their time to participate. And now, comments, we have one last assignment for you. So would you all please rise as able? And we want you to now move your tassel from the right side to the left side. You may be seated. Let me be the first to offer my warmest congratulations to you and my very best wishes for a prosperous and joyful future. In addition to earning the degrees conferred upon you today, you have earned the right to be associated with a very special group of individuals. You may now call yourselves alumni of the University of Texas at Dallas. I know for a fact that we have some other alumni with us today. Could I please ask all UTD alumni to please stand and be recognized? That would be all of you guys. Yes. One of you got it. The rest of you were revoking your degrees. You guys are all alumni. All right, so we're collecting all diplomas on the way out, except for the young person back here who knew to stand up. Welcome back if you're an alum of UTD. Please be seated. Today marks a wonderful milestone not only in your lives, but also the life of the university. I wish you all the best as you go into your new lives as graduates of UTD. Enjoy your rest of your day of celebration with your family and friends, and return to us soon. We will now hear some closing words from Chris Batti, who started our ceremony.
Thank you, Dean Adams, and congratulations, everyone. You know, graduation always gives me great joy as I enjoy the energy, the excitement, watching all our graduates walk across the stage. And graduation always brings back great memories for me as well, because it was over 20 years ago that I graduated from UT Dallas in this very building, sitting in those very seats that our graduates are sitting in. And if it wasn't for the education that I received at UT Dallas, I wouldn't be standing with you all here today. So I am very grateful for the gift of education that I received from UT Dallas. And there are many people that helped me, that helped you all along your journey. But there's also one group of individuals that sometimes goes unnoticed, and that's our donors and our benefactors, many of whom are alumni from UT Dallas. You see, this university was founded with an incredible act of philanthropy, a gift from our founders. So it is safe to say that none of us would be here today if it wasn't for that act of generosity and philanthropy done over 50 years ago. So as you all go out into your careers and use your education to become incredibly successful, I challenge you that when you're willing and able to do so, that you pay the gift of education forward by supporting your alma mater. That investment in the university will make an impact for generations to come. And just so our graduates don't forget about us, we have gifted each and every one of them this passport cover with the Jonsson School logo embroidered on the outside. And inside of it has information on how to stay connected with us through the Alumni Association. We look forward to engaging with you all as alumni. And remember, you all will be Comets for the rest of your lives. Congratulations, everyone. We're so thankful for you.
And now, I ask you once again, if you're able to please rise and join us for the singing of the UT Dallas alma mater, led by the UTD Chamber Singers.
Through
Graduates, please remain standing. Will the audience please be seated? In a moment, the administration and faculty will recess through the rear doors of the auditorium, after which our graduates will also recess. Graduates, please pay attention to the staff from the Erik Jonsson School of Engineering and Computer Science as they ask you to recess one row at a time. Once the graduates have left, friends and family may follow them out of the building. Guests and graduates will be directed to the Davidson Gundy Alumni Center for graduates on the green.